Alright, so you're thinking about buying, maybe investing in Colorado, and you're wondering about some of the smaller towns like Elizabeth, or perhaps you already live here and you're wanting some information to give to buyers because you're trying to sell. Hi, my name is Brian Ediger. I'm a real estate agent here in Colorado. Lived in Colorado a little over half my life, and the last 9 years, actually, I've lived in Elizabeth, or just north of it, to be precise, in Ponderosa Park. And I want to help you in your real estate journey, whether you're buying, investing, or selling, making sure you get the best bang for your buck, or the most money for your house that you can, depending on what your situation is. So if you're ready to buy, invest, or sell, either tomorrow or a year from now, I'd love to hear from you. My contact information is in the description. You can call, text, email, or set up a Zoom call through my Calendly if you would like to do that. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so you know when I post new videos. With that, let's go ahead and dive into Elizabeth. The first thing I want to do here is show you a map on RE Colorado. So these are all the homes that are either active or closed or were withdrawn or expired within the last 6 months or so. And you can see there's a pretty wide swath of homes that are considered to be in Elizabeth. Now, I want to take a look at some of the areas. So up, way up here, this one which closed a while back, that's Foxwood Ranch. Now you can see it sold, well, maybe you can't quite see there, but it sold for about $1.3 million, a little over that. And according to the MLS, it's a 5-bed, 5-bath. According to the taxes, though, it was a 4-bed, 4-bath. So that's something you definitely want to double check when you're getting ready to buy a house. You want to count the bathrooms and bedrooms, because you never know. Somebody may have fat fingered something, or maybe somebody added something that the tax folks haven't gotten into updating yet. There's all sorts of things to look at there. This also had a little over 35 acres on it, so it's a pretty big area. And I do think that up in this area, down along in here, there's a lot of homes on like 5 and 10 acre lots, if I remember correctly from when I was delivering over in that area. And down here, we have Sun County, which is an area where the houses are a little bit older, mostly. They're in the mid 80s normally, at least for the ones that have sold again or withdrawn, etc. within the last 6 months. I do think there are some newer ones, and all of these do have a few acres. How many exactly I'm not sure, but I would say probably anywhere from 1 to 5 based on what I saw again when I was making deliveries out in that area. And some of them could be bigger lots, of course. So here you can see we got $650 for a 5-bed, 3-bath, $725 for a 4-bed, 3-bath. Both of those have 4 acres according to the listing. This one here for just shy of 1.5. It's a 5-bed, 6-bath, and it's got almost 80 acres. Again, the MLS and the tax documents disagree a little bit on that one. But that gives you kind of an idea of what you can expect in that area. Let's zoom in a little bit. So here, this is the Spring Valley area. And here, $610 for a 5-bed, 4-bath, $705 for a 5-bed, 3-bath. These are going to be a half acre or an acre, give or take a little bit. These are some newer builds as well. Spring Valley, depending on when exactly we're talking about, this could be the mid-2000s, the mid-10s, and on into the 20s as well. And if we come over here, actually, in this area, this is Independence. It's a really new build within the last 5 years or so. They bought this land to start building on. There is a Sears catalog home, actually, on here that I believe they're using as their office now, right around in this area. And so again, all of these are really, really new homes. These are much smaller lots, more like a inner city, or more like in the city where you're really close to your neighbors. This one here, $550 basically for a 3-bed, 3-bath. We got $745 for a 4-bed, 3-bath. And again, these are things that is going to depend on the different finishes and whatnot. And again, all these are really, really brand new. If we come down this way, we have Gamble Oaks over here. And these homes, within the last 6 months, again, we're looking at 1992 to 2008, and $650 up to $725, somewhere in there. And these are fairly nice homes, actually, from what I've seen on the outside. My mom had a friend actually who sold a house in here not too long ago, and we got to go in and help them clean up a little bit, look around. And I think it was a pretty nice home considering the age. This area here is Ponderosa Park. A lot of us have, again, that like 1 to 5 acres. Some have more. The neighbor across the road from me here has more. And they have horses. There are others that have horses or cows, and there are others here who have big shops and do work on cars and things like that as well. So over here we've got the Pines. We've got almost $1 million here for this house, and it's on about 5 acres, so the acreage is important. Let me take a look real quick. And this house was actually built in '85, so even older homes can go for some good money. And I didn't look at the pictures to see if it's updated or anything. I would assume so, but you never really know. Now getting on into Elizabeth itself, these are all going to be smaller lots. Down over here, there are a lot of trees on the lots. If we come over this way, we've got the Walmart over here. The McDonald's that just went in not too long ago is over here. And they've been building homes down here. And these are all, again, they're close to each other. They're smaller lots, but they're newer homes. We're still ranging in the 550 to 650. There's 500, almost 700 there. These homes have bigger lots to them. I'm not sure the age of the homes. As you can see, there's not a lot of check marks here. So not too many people in this area have sold in the last 6 months, but they are much nicer homes too, from what I've seen on the outside at least. And again, bigger lots. A lot of these over here actually will have bigger lots as well and be older homes. And really, as you get further away from Elizabeth Center itself, you're going to get homes that have the bigger lots. And that's why they're going, over $1 million for these ones down here. 1.9 there for that one. And that's probably, that's a 35-acre lot, give or take. And who knows what else is in the home. I want to take a look at Google Maps and give you an idea of what the commute would be like from Elizabeth itself. Obviously, if you're up here, you're going to be closer to Denver and the airport and whatnot, but we can take a look at this. All right, so we're looking at the trip to the Denver International Airport, way up here, from Elizabeth, way down here. And as you can see, you can see it on here. If you take the toll road here, you're going to be about a 46-minute drive. That's assuming you come on 86 into Franktown and go up 83 here, which is Parker Road, into Parker and get on the toll. If you continue on to Parker and get onto 225 right along in here, then over to I-70 into Pena, that's going to take you almost an hour there. Of course, it's a little hard to tell exactly how long these things are with the way that Google Maps does this. But you can see if you're in Elizabeth proper, you're looking at anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to take it up that way. And of course, this is with very little traffic at the time that I'm recording this video. When traffic increases, you're going to want to give yourself more time, maybe an hour and a half, just to make sure. You definitely don't want to miss your flight, right? And who knows how long it's going to take to get through security as well. Again, if you're living up in this area, you're going to cut, I would say, probably 20-25 minutes off your time. Of course, you're going to want to look at Google Maps to do that. I'm guesstimating based on how long it would take me to get from one delivery way up here down to Elizabeth to make another delivery. That was about 20 minutes or so, again, kind of depending on weather conditions. Now, let's say you're working in the Denver Tech Center. This right now, not a lot of traffic, so you're looking at 35 to 40 minutes. My mom used to work in the DTC. She works from home now, but she lived in Elizabeth as well, and it would take her about 45 minutes to get to work in the morning, and that was catching some of the rush hour. Now again, this one here, if you get on here, this is E470, and that's a toll road, so you want to watch out for that one if you don't want to be paying tolls. C470 along here is not a toll road. There are toll lanes, but it's not a toll road. And speaking of going along C470, since we looked at Idaho Springs in our Parker video, let's go ahead and look at Idaho Springs in this video. So if you're wanting to go to Idaho Springs, want to go get some Bojo's Pizza up there, which there are other Bojo's in the Denver area, but if you want to go to the Idaho Springs one, you're looking at about an hour and 15 to an hour and 20. Again, this is little traffic. If there's more traffic, it's going to increase the time. And so it's not that bad of a drive, and this is, I think, kind of the a good area to go off and do some stuff in the mountains as well. There are other places along here. Of course, you got Black Hawk right there, if you can see it. That's where a lot of casinos are, Black Hawk and Central City. There are other casinos down south near the spring. Well, not near the springs, but down south, west of the springs. It actually takes you still a couple hours from the springs to get there, but we can talk about that when we talk about Colorado Springs. So this is Idaho Springs. So you got to be careful when you say the springs. Which one are you talking about? Based on context, you should be able to know, and based on who you're talking to as well. And we looked at the tech center. What about if you're wanting to go to like a Rockies game? All right, so if you're wanting to go to a Rockies game at Coors Field, right, it's going to take you, and again, right now, not a lot of traffic, about 50 minutes. Again, adding in the traffic, especially during a ball game day, I would give yourself probably an hour and a half just to make sure, especially maybe even closer to 2 hours, especially if you're not sure where you're going to park. If you're looking for cheaper parking and you have to walk to the stadium from wherever you parked, you need to be careful about that. And you definitely, if you're going to go to a game, whether it's baseball, football, whatever, I would suggest trying to find the friend with the biggest car and carpooling to where you're going to go. Silly girl. Got my dog in the picture there. Oh, what about down to Colorado Springs? Alright, some of you might be working in Colorado Springs, or there are some good places. My mom likes to go to Whiskey Baron to go dancing with her friends, and that's down in Colorado Springs. So you can see we're kind of getting into the middle of Colorado Springs here. And again, no traffic. It's looking like it's going to take about an hour to get down there. When I've gone down there to do some jobs, I do some concrete coating as well, you know, epoxy and flake and whatnot. And it'll take me about an hour to get to the northern part of Colorado Springs, right up in here near Black Forest and lower down here. And it could take me an hour and 20 or so to get further down into the south here. Of course, we do have Fort Carson down there. There is the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, and there's the military base down there. There are military bases up in Denver as well. But one thing I like about Elizabeth is if you take 86 here, you can follow it all the way out over to I-70, get on I-70 and go down to Limon and head out east towards Kansas. And I like that because I have family in Kansas I like to go see. And instead of having to drive way up over here, and let's skip E470 because I don't like to pay the toll, and then come up 225 and go to I-70 and then come all the way out. And that takes a long time. Of course, if you live over in the Denver area, that's not a bad deal. But it's nice over here. It takes about, I would say, an hour or so to get from Elizabeth to I-70. Maybe less than that, even depending on how fast you're driving and what kind of traffic you got there. There's not normally a whole lot of traffic, but those who are there, they could be towing horse trailers or trailers full of hay or whatnot. And this is really the Great Plains area of Colorado, as it's it's getting closer to the mountains, obviously. But this is wide open space, and there's the smaller towns out here, like Kiowa and others, that maybe we'll take a look at. If you're interested, let me know in the comment section down below if you are. But with that, I think we're pretty good. This should give you a good idea of some of the areas. In another video, we'll actually go and look at some houses that are currently for sale, at least the outside of them. I won't necessarily go in, but I'll try and show you the neighborhoods that way and show you the houses. So, again, I'm Brian Ediger. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, please contact me. And if you found any good information in this video, please like it and share it with others and subscribe to the channel for the next video. And until then, God bless and happy hunting.